What TV series from the past have you tried to watch again years later and found it just wasn't as entertaining as before? I never thought it was great, but I recently saw a couple of episodes of Chips, and it was way worse than I remembered. MacGyver. Wow, it's slow. But when I watched it as a kid, it was the most exciting show ever. Lost in Space from 1965. Maureen Robinson was a biologist or engineer or astrophysicist or similar, but she was tasked with meals and laundry. Dr. Smith was corrupt and evil. His storyline was stale after a while. Saved by the Bell. I watched it all the time as a kid. Then years ago it was on Netflix, and I thought, awesome! Let me go through a nostalgic blast from the past. I couldn't make it to 10 minutes because it was so damn stupid. I remembered enjoying Party of Five, and I rewatched the entire series a couple of years ago. Woof. I was determined to make it through, and I did, but wow. Everyone was so whiny and always made the worst and dumbest decisions. Everybody loves Raymond. I used to find it hilarious, until I got married and ended up with a mile identical to Raymond's mother. Now, the moment she comes on the screen, I have to change the channel. Knight Rider is unwatchable. Murphy Brown. It was a product of its time and had way too many of the time references. If you showed it to somebody under 20 today, they would have no idea what the hell was going on unless they opened a history book. Prison Break. When it first originally aired, I was hooked right away. Didn't finish the series and only watched 2 seasons of it. Now that it's on Hulu, I was able to watch it and it lost its charm. Didn't like how they just recycled their plot and did the whole break into prison, break out, stay on the run, break into another prison, break out, repeat. HR Pufnstuf seemed great when I was 5. Lois and Clark. It was even worse because I just finished doing a rewatch of The Good Place. Don't get me wrong, I still dig a lot of what they did, and the story that understood Superman so much more than anything DC made in the last 20 years, but early season Clark Kent. He could use a run through The Good Place. Vampire Diaries. I was obsessed when it first aired. Now I can't sit through the first episode for the life of me. Full House. I can't even explain why I can't stand it anymore. I just find it so annoying now. I'm afraid to go back and watch Quantum Leap. Baywatch is insufferably sappy. No amounts of Pamela in slow-mo can save it. Will and Grace. Actually, if you remove Will and Grace and make it the Jack and Karen show, it would be great. Tales from the Dark Side. There were definitely good episodes, but most of them were mid or worse. Tended to be quite tame thanks to 80s TV standards. I had trouble rewatching Daria a few years ago. Every character but Daria was fine. She was just a horrible bitch to everyone. I loved the show as a teenager, but she was just plain unpleasant, not to mention the whole Tom plot. Nip Tuck. Ally McBeal. I remember thinking it was so funny originally. At some point I came across a DVD box set for cheap and scooped it up thinking it'd be a fun rewatch. It wasn't though. Now I found it mostly cringy. Terrahawks. Loved it as a kid. Now it's painful. At least Thunderbird still rocks. How I Met Your Mother. My friend and I had a watch party for the series finale, but when I watch it now, every character, except Marshall of course, makes me angry. It didn't age well. Just tried to revisit Dawson's Creek, and it was rough. I think the once per week in Summers Off cadence really did it a favor back in the day, because back to back it's painfully obvious that it's the same storyline over and over, and the dialogue is insufferable. The Walking Dead. The first season, directed by Frank Darabont, is still a masterpiece. Trying to rewatch the rest of it today is exhausting. You quickly realize the entire show is just a repetitive loop of finding a safe camp, meeting a new psycho villain, the camp getting destroyed, and walking through the woods again. The original Gossip Girl. It started my freshman year of college, and my friends and I were obsessed. I tried rewatching it during COVID and could not get past the beginning of season 2. Yikes. It's aged terribly.